Dr Hilary is back with me. We're talking VE Day, of course. It's a historical period I know you're fascinated with, Hilary. You've been in a Spitfire. You've really lent yourself or bent into the sort of the life as such. I mean, it's
one of the best.
That was one of the best experiences of your life, wasn't it?
Of my life, going up in a Spitfire, doing the loop-the-loop, watching the wings change shape as you do that, and feeling hearing the sound of that wonderful, iconic Merlin engine.
Yeah, it's that roar, isn't it? It's
wonderful,
powerful,
wonderful.
Isn't it?
And yeah, my grandfather fought in the First World War, but to see these aircraft fly, I was up at RAF Coningsby last Friday, looking at the Lancaster being prepared for the fly past on Monday, and to hear the poignant stories of the vets, people in advance of their 100 years, and they're talking so eloquently about not glorifying war. Yet certainly remember those people who made the ultimate sacrifice and other sacrifices, and looking at the wonder of the fly past, for example, in the parades, but also not glorifying war, remembering that actually there's a human tragedy involved. Millions of people are affected by war, and if we can avoid it by talking, learning from each other. The veterans are so eloquent in expressing that, and we can all learn from that, especially in a world today where, war is on the horizon in various parts of the world.
Absolutely. I know so many just saying there are no winners, ultimately. There are too many lives lost to have a winner.
We need to learn from the mistakes of the past.
Yeah, very, very much so. Lots of health discussions today as well. Hilary, this is an interesting one. Overnight, it has been suggested Weight Watchers, as we know it,
have
certainly,
filed for bankruptcy.
Yes, exactly. So I think they may adapt what they've done before.
Yeah,
such.
sure.
This is in America, as it stands.
I mean, they've been around for 60 years. They're still going to be doing their operational things during the process of filing for bankruptcy. So telehealth schemes, things like their workshops will continue. And there will always be a need, Not everybody wants to take the weight loss jabs, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. There are side effects to those things: nausea, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, hair loss, for example, depression, and people will come off those jabs after a while. So maintenance of healthy weight will still be important. For organisations like Weight Watchers will still have a place, but of course the market has been affected by the rise in the popularity of the weight loss jabs.
It's more the sense of community sometimes. If you join a group and you're all kind of doing something together, I think a lot of people benefit from that aspect.
Absolutely, and we shouldn't rely on medicines and pharmaceuticals for everything. Of course, there's no effort involved if you're having weight loss jabs, but we still need to have a discipline in our approach to what we eat and how we eat.
Absolutely.
I think that will remain important.
Of course. It's exam season, isn't it? Oh, goodness. As all parents, guardians and students know what I'm talking about.
The GCSEs and SATs are here.
I mean, it's just, it can be such a stressful time for everyone in the household, in fact.
No, well, of course, and parents will worry about the children. I mean, so the kids, they will be feeling worry, they will be anxious, they'll feel stressed, they might feel irritable, they might feel a bit down and a bit pessimistic. They might not be sleeping very well. And certainly it's not a good idea to keep cramming till the early hours of the morning and not get enough sleep, because sleep is so restorative and helps with memory. So we can be supportive as parents. We can understand, be supportive, not critical. I think it's important to make sure they're eating well, that they're getting enough sleep and having some exercise, getting some rest from the revision, and asking them questions. Are they okay? Allow them, be a bit flexible. Allow them not to have to make the bed. If the bedroom's a bit of a mess because they're revising and they're otherwise engaged, then understand that, let that go. But I think we can do a great deal in supporting them and saying, look, exams aren't the be-all and end-all. You've done your best, and that's all we can ask.
That's exactly
and making time for treats. I think that's important. Spoil them a little bit as well. It's not all about torture.
No, I know, and it's so hard when you're living it though. You think it is the be-all and end-all. We've all been there, and it's not until you years later you think, was it whoever asks you what you got in those exams?
Absolutely.
But I understand that doesn't.
And even if you don't do as well as you hope, there's always a way back. You try again, and you'll get there. And that they're not a true reflection in every case of what you've actually learned and what you've done. So keep it in perspective and think about the rest of life around exams as well.
The doctor has spoken. Thank you very much, Hilary.
Looking for more health and wellness content? Well, there's plenty more really useful information right here on our channel. How about you check out this one?